What's up, guys? It's Crypto Matthew. I'm back here today with a video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about investing in your 40s and why it's not too late. You know, there's a myth that in your 40s it's too late. So I think that's wrong. I don't think that's true at all, because you could still have anywhere between 15 to 25 years to gain some traction in this, and you can still do a lot of damage. Well, you can still do a lot of good with 15 to 25 years. Doubling down on your investments. First of all, make sure you don't have any debt. If you have debt, find a plan to tackle that as fast as possible. And also, you want to come up with an emergency fund. This is non-negotiable. I would recommend 6 to 9 months of income set aside for anything that may happen. Maybe your car breaks down, maybe you lose your job. You need to be able to live comfortably through those months of transition until you can find another source of income. So I would definitely double down on that now while you have the income coming in, just to make sure you're safe. Then after that, what I would do, or what I have done, is start investing in the S&P 500. Well, the ETF that I'm in is on Vanguard. Is the VOO, and this mirrors the S&P 500. And what the S&P 500 is, the top 500 companies in the U.S. And if one of these companies start performing worse than the others, the fund will automatically kick those out and replace them with something that's performing better. The good thing about this is it's after-tax money, and also it's very low fees. And this is an incredible way to build your IRA if you put it inside your IRA, which is a individual retirement account. And then so you invest inside of that with this, and the interest just compounds over time. And after 10 to 20 years, you'll definitely see some superior compound gains on this. And also the good thing about that is, because it's after tax money, you won't have to pay a ton of taxes on it when you cash out. You can't cash out until you're 59 though, so keep that in mind. Another thing that I would do is invest in Bitcoin. Set some money aside and put that into Bitcoin, and just do not touch it. I promise you, you will not regret this. Bitcoin is a store of value asset. It is a layer 1, but people are using it like digital gold, because let's be face it, the dollar is trash right now. So just understand that, man. You have plenty of time, being 40, to gain some traction. And if you are like me and you've wasted a lot of time and you don't have anything, saved up or anything, you need to double down on this. I definitely wish that I didn't waste that much time before. I definitely wish that I was listening to the people before me that were trying to pour into me and give me this advice, because now it's crunch time, especially because I'm married with 4 kids, and I don't have much time to waste. So me being married now, I don't have as much risk that I can take on, that I can afford. So I put a lot of money into some safer plays nowadays. But before that, I did stack some pretty risky crypto plays. And I'm down 77% on one of those. But I do have conviction that this play is going to run. So I'm not selling. I'm also in long-term capital gains tax bracket on that, so I'm not going to invest any more in those. But if I hit my price predictions on that, that will be pretty profitable. So I'm not full of any regret on that. I'm still pretty confident in these plays. However, I do have some risky plays, like some meme coins that I'm invested in, that I do keep putting in on those because I'm in short-term capital gains. And I'm able to double down on those because of the prices so cheap right now because of the sell-off. So we're waiting to see what happens with the FOMC meeting tomorrow. Jerome Powell says he's going to turn on the money printer, so I'm excited for that. We'll see how that comes out. I think the meeting ends tomorrow sometime around 2, and we'll see what the verdict is. One thing that I suggest you guys doing after you've established some plays is to just continue to DCA into those plays. Don't stop investing. This takes discipline. You know, you have to be disciplined to buy when it's higher, when it's low, especially in stocks, because it takes a lot longer to double your money than it does in crypto. So if you're not patient, this market will definitely teach you patience, because you have to buy in the fear. You have to buy when nobody's confirming your plays, and you have to do your research. That's why it's so important to do your research and make sure that you understand what you're investing in, and nobody's there to confirm your bags, so you have to confirm it yourself. If there's nothing bullish about your plays, and you've lost conviction, then get out of them. But that will also put you in a new tax bracket every time you do that. Every time you sell an asset, that is a taxable event. So make sure you're not doing that. Another thing that I suggest that you do is try to bring in as much income as possible. If you don't have enough money, you're not making enough money to put into the market, then get a side hustle. Get a Uber, a Lyft job, DoorDash, any of those, man. Those things, those platforms, I've seen people making up to $1,000 a day if you live in a really big city. If you are like me, I used to live in St. Louis. Now I live in a really small town down south. There's not really much money that you can get per day, so you might have to be on multiple platforms, DoorDash or Uber Eats or Uber or something like that. But there's no reason why you can't generate extra income. If you have a couple hours in the daytime after you get off of work, why don't you just hop on there and see if, and the thing about it is, you can take the jobs that you want. If the job doesn't pay what you want, then don't take it, but any money, extra money to put into the market is good money. I definitely suggest that you inject as much liquidity into this market as possible. You're running out of time right now. The bull run is going to run. Like we're in it right now, and a lot of people have packed their bags and they're waiting for the next run. They're waiting for the bear market to stack their bags. That's not a bad idea, but it's also not a bad idea to put some money in right now, because there still is room for you to cash out with some pretty good profit. I would definitely look into some plays. If you're not in the market, I would look into some plays right now that when the bear market comes, you can start investing in those then. I would find some good stocks right now that you can get into. The AI sector is good. Tech sector is good. I mean, anything in the top 20 is going to be good. You can definitely start researching those right now. You could start injecting money into the stocks right now. The stock market is pumping. Recently, I've gotten into NVIDIA. I've been investing in that. I'm also looking at putting some money in Tesla and Apple, Microsoft, but I want to start stacking my positions in NVIDIA first. Another thing you don't want to do is spread yourself too thin. You do want to diversify. You don't want to have a lot of money in a little bit of money in a lot of plays. Don't spread yourself too thin, because you're going to kill your gains on that, So stack one position first, get it nice and fat, and then move on to another one, And then once you've done that, then you can consistently add into all those plays. But I would definitely look into diversifying with a little bit of stocks, a little bit of crypto, a couple of ETFs. Definitely pump your IRA. You can put about $7,000 in that a year, and then just start stacking small positions, and then just build on that. My brother, he bought some XRP in the last bull market at the top of the market when everybody was selling, because he saw the people around them were making money. And then he said, "What are you guys doing?" And he said, "I'm in crypto, blah, blah, blah. I bought this asset for this much, sold it at this much." He saw this guy buying cars and cashing in his 401k and investing it into the market. Well, he took some money, put it into the market at the top when everybody was selling, and he started losing his bag. Well, of course, he's going to think crypto's a scam, so he didn't want to get into it. Well, now this run, my same brother is asking me questions about crypto and about investing and about stocks, and now he's in the market in both crypto and in the stocks. And so it just goes to show you that just because you were scared in one stage of life doesn't mean that you can't educate yourself and then be all about it in the next stage of life, because what he thought was a scam just turned out to be him not understanding market cycles and not understanding buying opportunities and not understanding the way that the cycles go, bear and bull markets. So now that he's a little bit more educated, and now that he's not in fear of the market, and he sees that, especially us being in our 40s, because we're twins. He's my twin brother. So we're 42, and we're running out of time to make sure that we're financially free. And so what he did was educated himself on the stocks and and on crypto and on cycles and just understanding market terminology. And now he's started to round out a pretty decent portfolio, you know, and he keeps stacking more on that every week when he gets paid. He just puts a little bit of money into some Bitcoin, a little bit of money into Apple, Tesla, Microsoft. I think he's got some QQQ and some other ETFs. And so now his portfolio is looking really, really nice. And the one thing about both my brother and I is we're trying to win so that we can show our wives the benefit of investing, because right now they're scared of the market as well. My wife seems to think that if she puts money into the market, she's just going to lose it, even though the market always recovers. So right now I'm pumping my bags to show my wife that it's worth it to even get into this. And maybe, you know, you are not married, or maybe you are married and your wife isn't on board with it either. I suggest that as the man in the family, you double down and you sacrifice for your family, put that money in there, and then you show your wife that it's worth it, and then she'll want to put some money in on it too. You know, it's worth it, man. You got to look out for your family. So I'm gonna cut this video short, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Hope you guys are having a good day. God bless.